All right. So quite a number of professionals would have the assumption that AI is supposed to replace you as a professional. All right. And I like to start off this. I would like to start off, defending this. No, not really defending, but um, using an analogy to make you understand the reason why AI is not going to, steal your job or replace you as a data professional. Now, there's this study that happened, a couple of years ago. Okay, it had nothing to do with AI. It was robotics. Okay, so at the time in the US, they wanted to see how they can automate some of the medical procedures that happens in the US. And this procedure, they wanted to see how they could replace humans with robots. So rather than a human, operating on somebody, okay, they would rather use a robot to do the operation. So they did a study, okay, and I want you guys to listen to this, okay. They did a study to find out, how accurate robots procedures would be like. And they went ahead to do the study, and they took the first patient. It was a robot only procedure, robot only procedure. So they used the robot, okay, and the robot was able to achieve a 97%, sorry, a 97% accuracy in terms of delivering that particular procedure. 97%. So quite a number of people are like, that is massive. That's massive. All right. The robot just did the procedure and achieved a 97%, accuracy. Okay. So they said, okay, do you know what? In order for us to even eliminate the human factor, let's use humans to do the same procedure. Okay. So they brought another test subject to say, okay, do you know what? Let's do the same. Let this human surgeon do the same procedure. And the surgeon went ahead to complete the operation, the procedure. And, based on analysis and everything, the surgeon had a 95% accuracy. So the best surgeon did the same process, did the same procedure, but achieved 95%. So now, off the top of your head, everybody would say that, okay, the robot did better than the human surgeon. Now, there was a third argument that what about if we use the surgeon and the robot at the same time? So rather than using them individually, separately, is there a way we can leverage both at the same time? That's the robots and the surgeon at the same time to deliver the same procedure. It was a fantastic suggestion, wasn't it? Again, it went ahead to do the three, the two combined procedure, okay, human and robots together. And it got a 99%. So the robot had 97, human had 95, human and robot together had 99% accuracy. And based off that, okay, they decided to go with the third option whereby, robots are supposed to complement what we do on a day-to-day basis. Okay? So if you're of the opinion that AI is supposed to steal your job or take your job over as a data professional or as a professional, then you don't know how to position yourself. Okay? You definitely don't know how to position yourself. In order for me to wrap up this argument, okay, then we jump straight into today's session. I would say this. It's only people that don't change. It's only people that don't change as things are going on. Those are the people that would be replaced by AI. Okay? I'll repeat myself. It's people that don't change that would get replaced by AI. Now, if you remember let's say 15, 20 years ago, when I was in GSS3, for example, 25 years ago. Okay, no, not 25 years ago. Okay, let's say about 20 years ago, okay? When you're in GSS3 or if you're in junior secondary school, it was imperative for you to learn how to use typewriter, correct? At the time, if you think back at your mother's time, your father's time, everybody was using typewriter, okay? There was a time that if you know how to use typewriter, you are going to be very good. You are going to get a job, either as a secretary or a PA or something or administrator. You're likely going to get a job if you know how to use the typewriter very well, okay? But now, something happened. Okay, and there was an introduction of laptops, correct? there was the introduction of laptop. Now, those people that were using typewriters that were very good in typewriter, they ignored. They said it's impossible for people to be typing on a laptop, and get your documents printed out and all that. They didn't believe it. So what happened? You see, when all these organizations decided to move from a typewriter to a laptop, those people that did not change, those people that did not adapt to the use of a laptop lost their jobs. So you see people losing their jobs as to AI. AI just got implemented in this organization, and a certain number of people lost their job. It's not because they were not useful. It's because they did not adapt quickly to the use of these tools. Okay, and that's the reason why when I was thinking about it today, when this topic was decided, the best AI tool for every data analyst out there, it was something that I felt like it should resonate with everybody. I've been doing this for the last 10 years, and quite a number of things have changed. Excel now has Python. You can now do your Python code, your exploratory data analysis inside of Excel. It never used to happen before. Okay. Now you can talk to AI using in Excel, in Power BI, in Tableau. There's so much AI integrations here and there. So now, guess what? If you don't adapt to this trend, what's the future for you? That's the honest question you need to ask yourself. It's a Friday, okay? I'm not meant to put you under pressure, but you need to be asking yourself this question. If I don't adapt to this, what is going to be my future in the next year? Not in the next 6 months. Okay, not even in the next 5 years. In the next 6 months, what's going to be your future, within the data analytics space? And that's the reason why I was asking, what career path are you in at this point in time? And that's what we're going to be exploring. Okay, so if you're here with me, if you're excited, if you want to know this tool, so you can learn it and become that sought after, data analyst professional. Give me a thumbs up. Let me see. If you're excited to be here to learn from me, okay, give me a thumbs up. Let me see. Just give me a thumbs up. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Good to have you guys. I'm totally excited to have you here. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. For the people who are hearing of the Tenalytics business for the first time, okay, Tenalytics business is an offshoot of Tenalytics itself. We are a leading e-learning platform, and what we do is basically help professionals, organizations train and learn in-demand skills, okay? In-demand, not just any type of skill, but in-demand skills that are imperative for today's workforce. So if you're a professional looking to upskill yourself, this is what you should do. If you're an organization looking to, enhance the skill of your team members, this is exactly what we do here. So we've been doing this for the last 5 years, okay, half a decade now, okay? And I'll tell you, we have so much impact when you're talking about impact. We have so much. We've helped organizations literally across the world, across Europe, across North America, Canada, US, UAE, Middle East. We've helped tons of professionals literally across the world, get started in their desired career path. In the same vein, we've also helped businesses upskill their staff to the point whereby efficiency is the only way to go. So that's what we do at Tenalytics business. All right. So who is this person speaking to you today? Who is Femena Ipro? Who is this guy? Who is this person that's talking to you, that's speaking to you on data analytics, AI, and all those things? So anyways, a little bit of background. I'm not going to go in depth into me because the main reason why we're here is data analytics. Okay. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to data. So I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, I've worked as a data engineer. Currently, I do more data and AI contracting. Okay, so I work with businesses to implement data analytics initiatives, data science initiatives, data engineering initiatives, and also AI initiatives. So if they're looking at any form of implementation, that's where I come in. Okay, so before that, before doing the contracting work I do now, I have led analytics, I've led science, I've led engineering for businesses in the UK, Ireland, and currently in Canada. I've worked for businesses in the US also. So my experience spans quite a number of regions, quite a number of industries, and that's me. But now guess what? I didn't start from there. They didn't give birth to me and I jumped straight into becoming a data analytics expert. Now, I actually studied economics in Nigeria, Leeds City University, studied economics. I started working as a management consultant. So this is coming from a non-technical background. So I came from a non-technical background, and I was able to transition into this data analytics space itself. So if today you're on the call and you're still uncertain, okay, trust me, I was uncertain. I've been uncertain. I was uncertain until I eventually was able to get my first job, okay, within the data space. So I'll tell you this, okay, the space is still very, very vibrant, okay. There is still so much to be done. And that's why we're talking about AI and data in today's session, okay? So, rest your mind. And if you have any questions at the end of the session, please feel free to ask the question. We're dropping the attendance form. So the session is recorded. I can tell you for free, all the practicals we're going to do in today's session, you honestly will not be able to follow me along. You'll not be able to follow along during the live session. So you need access to the recording. You absolutely need access to the recording. So you need to fill the attendance form, all right, put in the right email address, and we're going to send you the recording of this session. So please do well to fill the attendance form so you can get access to the recording of today's session. All right, so let's jump straight to the main session for today. Let's jump into the session for today. Let's go. All right. So after the session, okay, the way I like to do my session, and I'll tell you guys, everybody, this is something you need to know. I don't teach you things. I would not go into the session and teach you something you would implement 5 years from now. Okay, I teach people what they can start implementing today. Like today, after the session, during the session, you could actually start to do these things by yourself. So the way I go about my session, I like to impact you immediately. Not in the next 5 years, not in the next 2 years, not in the next 2 months. You can actually start to do some of these things today. All right. That's why you need the recording. So please feel the attendance. So after today's session, you will be able to use Claude. Now, Claude is, an AI tool, an LLM, large language model, all right, that you can use to build a dashboard in less than 10 minutes. In less than 10 minutes, you can actually build a full-fledged management report using AI. Do you know you could do that? Like full-fledged dashboard, not just give me KPI and calculate for me, no, like a full-fledged dashboard. We're going to do that in today's session, right? Now, moving on. We're also going to use another tool that you are probably not heard of. And this, honestly speaking, is one of the best tools I've used, in terms of creating reports, especially when it comes to management reports. Management reports are very, very, straight to the point, not a lot of visualizations and reports, like a full-fledged report using what we call Bricks. Has anybody heard of Bricks? Let me see. Bricks AI. Have you heard of Bricks? Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down if you've not heard of it. Okay? If you've heard of it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't heard of it, Bricks. It's called Bricks. Bricks. Only 1 person, 2 persons. Okay? Okay, thumbs up. We'll talk about it. If you've not heard of it, it's fine. That's good. We're going to do like a live demo. We'll do all that in today's session. Okay. And the last but not the least, the reason why you should be learning AI and data analytics is to see how you can position yourself for success. Okay. How you can position yourself for success, how you can get a job, how you can get contracts. Okay. How you can actually succeed in the career, data analytics with AI. Okay, so those are the things we're going to be exploring in today's session. Okay, now I like to say this. I love this so much. Okay, I like to say this every single time. It always seems impossible until it is done. It always seems hard. It always seems difficult until it is done. And the reason why I'm saying this is quite a number of people are usually oh, I don't know, AI is taking plenty of people's job. I'm not going to learn it. I've got to look for something else to do. So many complaints here and there. All right. I've been doing this for the last 10 years, and I'll tell you this, there is still so much demand for data analytics professional. All right. And these are just a few people that we have helped. Literally, I told you at the start of the session that we've helped professionals literally across the world make that transition into the tech space. Abigail is in Canada. She used to work as a care worker here in Canada, and currently she works as a business analyst. Okay, so you can see the transition from a non-technical background into a technical role. Tony also used to work as a pharmacist. Okay, and currently she works as a benefit analyst with the NHS in the UK. Those are the kind of impacts that we have with people. Benga is in Poland, okay, another European country, got a job as a business data analyst, okay, and making a transition after 2 years of searching for a job. We assisted in helping him get started. The same thing with Nathaniel. Nathaniel is in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, also made him transition into data science. Abdul Rashid is based in Nigeria, but he works for a company based in the US. These are the kind of impacts we have on people. And we've been doing this for the last 5 years. This is just a few people. I don't want to bore you with so many testimonials, but I mean, if we have enough time, we'll probably come back to listen to some of them. So you can actually hear what they did, how we assisted in getting them started. Okay, those are the things that we'll come back to. But just to give you a bright eye view of how global our operation is and how we have helped people literally across the world get started in their desired career path. Like I said, Abdul Rashid is in Nigeria and he works for a company based in the US. Okay, and he works as a data scientist. Currently, he's leading a team at the moment. He has been there for like a year, 2 years now. All right, and he's doing fantastically well within the organization. So you see from Canada to Spain to UK to Poland to Nigeria, we have a global connect of alumni that are doing great stuff. Okay, so let's go into the main topic, the main meat for today's session. Okay, which is data analytics. Now, in order for me to explain, in order for me to drive home the point, the tools that we're using in today's session, or the AI tools that you need to start to work with. The reason why I need to talk about what does a data analyst really do, it will tie back to the AI tool we're going to be working with. Okay? So does anybody really know what a data analyst really does? Okay? On a day-to-day, you get a lot of questions. I do get a lot of questions. What would I do when I get a job as a data analyst? Okay, what kind of tools do I get to work with? You know, and those are the things that we're going to be talking about. So I'm going to break down this into 4 parts. Okay, so when you're looking at data analytics falls into 4 broad categories. 4 broad categories. Number 1 is descriptive analytics. Number 2 is diagnostic analytics. Number 3 is predictive analytics. Number 4 is prescriptive analytics. Now you see this here. When I started learning data analytics and I started to hear all this big English, I feel left out. I feel like these guys have started with their big English again. Okay. I mean, can't you just use simple layman English to explain these things? But that's what I would do. I'm not like every other usual facilitator that you have there. Okay. I would explain this in the best way that you would always remember. Okay. But remember the words: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. Now, to make it easy for you to understand this, and this will tie back to the AI tools that we're going to be using in today's session. I need to let you know that several times so that you don't feel like, you know, this guy is just talking. This guy is just talking, and we are almost 20 minutes into the session. But I want you to understand. I want you to finish this session today, and you would, when you go outside to talk to people, you know, oh, instead of just saying that, okay, if somebody's asking the question, what does a data analyst really do? What do they do? I'm telling you, you would be able to explain beyond anybody's, you know, anybody's comprehension. Okay. So now let's explain this real quick, so that it's easy for you to understand. Okay. I would explain this to you very quickly. Let's say let's just give it somebody a name. Let's just say this is Emeka. Okay. Emeka. Okay. So Emeka is here. I'll just draw the way we used to draw a person. This is Emeka. All right. Emeka is not feeling too good. Let's say Emeka is feeling a bit down. Okay. So Emeka is ill. Okay. Emeka goes to the doctor. Okay. Goes to the hospital.
Hi everyone. Please let's just give him a few minutes. He's having a bit of technical glitches. He'll join pretty soon. So just sit back and relax. He'll be joining in pretty soon. So please let's just give him. Okay, he's back now. All right, Femena, are you there?
Yeah, I can. Sorry about that. That was totally. I honestly still don't know what happened. I think something just tripped up somewhere and switched off everything on my system. So apologies for that. My sincere apologies for that. I'm very sincere apologies. Apologies for that. All right, so I'm just gonna go back because everything literally just went off. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to share my screen and then we can continue from where I stopped. Okay, so just give me a second to put everything together. But anyways, yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Anyways, are you guys enjoying yourself? Are you guys enjoying yourself? Apologies for that. Breaking transmission. All right, so let's go. Let's jump straight back into it. Let's jump straight back into it. Okay. All right, so I think this is where I stopped. Maybe we should have All right. Okay, so I'm just getting a pen. All right, so I was talking about what does the data analyst really do? Okay, what do they do on a day-to-day basis? And I was like, in order for me to explain this better for you, so that you can explain, you can always definitely understand what we're talking about in today's session. Is when you're looking at data analytics, it falls into four distinct spectrum, which is descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. So I was using to explain this better so you remember at every point in time. I said, let's just assume this is Emeka, okay? This is Emeka. And Emeka is not feeling too good. So Emeka is, let's say, a bit sick. He's a bit down, okay? So what does Emeka do? Emeka went to the hospital to see a doctor. So I'm just going to put a doctor, okay? So this is a doctor, okay? This is the doctor. So part of my drawing, okay? Let me just put a plus sign so you know that this is a doctor. This is not just a random individual, all right? So Emeka goes to see the doctor. So this is a doctor. Now, when you go see the doctor, what's the first thing you would do when you go to see the doctor? The first thing the doctor would ask you is, can you tell me what has happened? Tell me what's happening. So tell me what has happened in the past couple of days, weeks, months, and all that. Tell me what's wrong with you. Basically, the first thing you're going to do is to describe what has been happening. Okay? Oh, hello, sir. I've been having a rumbling tummy. My left toe is paining me. My right eye. The things that have been happening. Basically, describing the event. So when you're looking at descriptive analytics, basically it is talking about what happened. Okay, what happened. Okay, descriptive analytics is explaining what happened. Okay, so basically the doctor would ask you, tell me what has happened in the last couple of days, hours, or whatsoever, leading to the visit. Then you narrate all the symptoms that you've been facing in the past couple of days, correct? Now, the doctor would not jump straight to say, go and take this drug. They won't go straight to prescribing, to prescribe a drug that you should go take. The ideal thing for the doctor to do is to run some diagnosis tests, to do some tests, okay? To do some tests. They will take your blood, take a urine sample, take a stool sample, whatsoever. They will take it to run tests, okay? So basically, the diagnosis is basically to do what? Why is that thing happening? To figure out why that is happening, okay? So to diagnose basically is to mean, what's happening? Okay, why is this person feeling the way the person is feeling? That's to run diagnosis test, okay? So after the diagnosis, they run the test, blood test, urine, stool, whatever test they ask you to do, you go do it, okay? And then from the test, the doctor will be able to interpret the reasons why you are having those symptoms, okay? Based on those diagnosis analysis, they'll be able to detect what is truly wrong with you, okay? And the next thing, the doctor would also predict that, based on these symptoms, based on my analysis, on this diagnosis analysis, okay, if this particular thing is left untreated, okay, in the next 6 months, this would happen. In the next 1 year, this will happen. Basically predicting that, okay, if you don't treat this now, if this is not, given so much attention, or you're not treating this, in the next couple of months or in the next couple of years, this would likely happen. Predicting, correct? And after predicting, what would happen? The next thing is for them to prescribe you a drug. They will prescribe you a drug. Basically, when you're talking about prescriptive analytics, best course of action. Okay, best course of action. So you have headache, go and take a paracetamol. Go and take paracetamol. You're running temperature, you're having headache, go and take Panadol and anti-malaria, whatsoever. That's what they will give it to you. Now, it doesn't mean that it will work 100%. Okay, and that's why they will give you a number of days limit. Okay, in 3 days, if the headache persists, come back, we write another prescription. So the best course of action doesn't mean that that's final. Okay, that's final. Once you implement this strategy, it's going to work 100%. Go ahead to do it. No, best course of action means that, okay, based on our analysis, based on what we figured out, go and take this. If it doesn't work, come back, we'll revisit it, and we'll give another prescription. That's basically it. So when you're looking at this in data analytics terms, okay, in data analytics terms, so the first one here is predictive analytics, which is basically what happened, okay? What happened, okay? What happened? Basically, they're asking questions as to what happened last month. How many customers did we generate? What was our total revenue last month? How many customers did we bring in last month? The total number of salespeople per, how many products did we sell per salesperson, and all that. Basically, high level stuff. What happened last month? What happened 6 months ago? What happened in January? What happened in February? What happened in March? So let me just draw a very quick visualization. Let's say 6 months. So let's just say you own a business, okay? And you want to find out what happened in January in terms of customers. Let's look at customers. Okay, let's look at customers in the business. So you see, in January, you have maybe this number of sales. In February, you add these sales. In March, you add these sales. In April, the number increased a little bit. May, it increased a little bit. In June, it dropped again. In, let's just say 1 more month, it increases again. Okay, so let's just say this is January, this is February, this is March, this is April, this is May, this is June, and let's say this is July. Okay, so you see, there's been, in terms of number of customers generated, there's been an up and down. There's been, fluctuations in the number of customers that were generated on a monthly basis. Okay, so in January, you had a lot of people, but in February, it dropped. There was a drop, there was a dip. That's basically what happened between January to February. In March, what happened? There was a dip. There was a further dip. In April, there was a slight increase. In May, there was a slight increase. In June, there was a dip again. So basically, this is telling you what happened on a month-to-month basis. And that's why you see quite a number of data analysts building dashboards. So you go on LinkedIn and you see quite a number of people are learning how to build dashboards. So the dashboard is answering the first question, which is what happened. But in the same vein, you also need to know why those things happened. Okay, why? Why did it happen? Why was there an increase in January and there was a dip in February? Why was this a significant dip? Why was there a further dip in March? And then why was there an increase in April? What happened? Why? Why did it happen? Why did those things happen? So now that's when you have to drill deep into the data. And that's where analytics comes in play. Okay, that's where analytics. You need to go deeper into the data to find out why. What did you do? What happened? Okay, was there a campaign in January that led to this increase? Is it because it's a new year? Quite a number of people have New Year resolutions, new things to buy. People want to change their wardrobe. Is that the reason why there was a drop? There was high stuff in January and there was low in February. Why? You need to know the reasons why that particular thing happened. Okay, now, if you know what happened, you know why that particular thing happened. The next thing is to predict what will happen. So you still have the rest of the year, August to December. Okay, you have August to December. What is going to happen between August and December? Am I going to have a decrease in salary, or am I going to have an increase in salary, in customer? Okay, am I going to have a decrease in customers? Am I going to have an increase in customers? I want to know what will happen in the future. Okay, so I can plan better. Okay, so I can plan better. That's the reason why we're doing. So that's where predictive analytics comes in. And then the last best thing is prescriptive analytics. What, best course of action. So now in the next, between August to December, let's just assume there is going to be an increase in customer acquisition. There's going to be an increase. How do I get that increase? What's best course of action? What kind of strategy do I deploy? If I'm going to be running ads, okay, what kind of ads do I run? If I'm going to be running a discount, what kind of discount do I run? If I'm going to be engaging an influencer, what type of influencer do I engage? If I'm going to be doing a billboard, where should I position the billboard? If I'm going to be talking to customers, what type of customers do I need to start to talk to get me to that level where I want to go to? So remember, descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. Now, the reason why I took out time to explain this all over again is also tied to the type of AI tools that you're working with. You can't use a predictive analytics AI tool for descriptive analytics and say that, okay, it's an AI tool, let me go and learn it. Okay, you see quite a number of people will tell you, go and learn Python. Go on, as a beginner looking at getting started in data analytics, go and learn Python. I find it very interesting because as a beginner, Python, you can't, in a regular organization, in any organization, you can't just be using Python for descriptive and diagnostic analytics. They can't hire you today to say, okay, do you know what? We want you to build a dashboard, we want to build a report, and you go ahead and start using Python to create a report. It makes no sense. All right. That's where descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics comes in. These two analytics focuses on the past. It has happened already. What happened last month? It has happened. What happened yesterday has happened already. It's in the past. Why did that happen? It's basically looking at what happened and you're trying to figure out why that thing happened. So it's in the past. Okay? In the past. Okay? Why you see these other people, the other types of analytics, they are in the future. Predictive analytics, you're trying to go into the future to find out the reasons why what will happen in the future. Prescriptive analytics, you're looking at the best course of action to get into that point in the future. So these guys are focused more on future events. But you see, as data analysts, okay, like you getting started in data analytics, the two major focus analytics that you need to focus, the major two areas you need to focus on is descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you're enjoying the session, please give me a 1. I feel, even me listening to myself, I feel excited. So if you're excited, give me a 1 in the chat or give me a thumbs up. Let's go. I need 5 billion likes. I need 5 billion ones in the chat if I want to continue. All right. I need 5 billion ones in the chat. All right, I'm just messing around. Continue, Bridget. All right, no problem. Let's go. So you see, that's where the AI tools comes in. So you can't use a past event AI tool. You can't use a descriptive analytics, an AI tool that is tailored toward descriptive and diagnostic. You can't use it for predictive analytics. And you can't use an AI tool that is meant for predictive analytics for descriptive and diagnostic. So you see these two. That's why I tell most people, if you're looking at getting started within data analytics, the tools you need to learn for a start, to get started, to get your foot into the door, is not Python. If today you're learning Python to get started in data analytics, honestly, I won't say it's a waste of time, but it's likely going to take you years in order for you to get that your first job. Okay, and that's why I tell people to focus on Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. These are the 4 technologies that you need to learn in order for you to get started within the tech space, within the data analytics space itself. So remember, descriptive and diagnostic analytics, past events. So that dashboard that you're going to build in Excel, the dashboard you're going to build in Power BI and Tableau, the SQL queries you're going to query, all the analysis you're going to do is basically on things that have happened already. They've happened. Sales records, it has happened. Employee records, you've employed them, they're only your employees. So it has happened already. Performance evaluation, it has happened. You want to do operations, it has happened already. Those events have happened already. So you're now using those data to make inferences, to analyze what happened and why did it happen. So that's where you need to go learn Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. But now the key question you need to ask now is, where does AI come into the picture? Where does AI come into the picture? Yes, Excel has its own AI features. Okay, today is not for that. Okay, but maybe we'll create a session where we get to use AI within Excel. Okay, there's Copilot, and there's even other features that are AI enabled within Excel that you can leverage. The same thing with Power BI. There's Copilot in Power BI also, where you can leverage Copilot to analyze your data, visualize your data, and recommend insights for you. Okay, same thing with Tableau. Okay, SQL on the other hand, there are SQL AI languages that you could use, AI tools that you can work with to get you where you want to go, where you want to go. All right. So for today's picture, okay, we're going to be focusing on the beginner ones that everybody is familiar with, the ones that we are all familiar with: ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Okay, Gemini, ChatGPT, and Claude. These are the popular AI tools that most people are familiar with. And that's why I call it beginner data analyst. So you can just take your data, put it on ChatGPT, all right, analyze the data for me, and blah, 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 blah. You can do about, all your analysis in ChatGPT. But there are other tools, and that's what we're going to be exploring today. There is Julius, okay? There is Quadratic, there is Bricks, there is Zebra AI. There are still quite a number of ones out there, but these are the four I would say that really eats the nail on the head, okay? That eats the nail on the head. Julius, Quadratic, Bricks, Zebra AI. These are like expert level. These are people that you've gone deep in using AI to do your work. That's where you get to learn this, okay? So I'm going to open a browser now, and I'm going to share some of them with you. Live demo, just a live demo of some of them with you. But we're going to be going in depth into two, which is Claude and Bricks. But I'll just take a few seconds to take a look at some of these AI tools, okay? So the first one is Julius, okay? So just go on your browser and type in Julius, okay, AI. All right, so you see Julius AI, your AI data analyst. So it's a tool. You can actually try it out for free. It's a very, very interesting tool to use. So you see the AI data analyst that works for you. Connect your data, ask questions in plain English, and get insights in seconds. No coding required. Now remember what I said earlier. About AI replacing people. AI is not supposed to replace you. It's going to replace you if you have not updated yourself, or if you've not learned new tools that can accompany the tools that you already have. So you know how to use Excel, you know how to use Power BI, or you're still stuck on using Excel and Power BI. That's fantastic. That's still okay. Learn tools that will make your work a lot more efficient. Okay. So Julius is the first one that we're going to talk about. The second one that we have there is Quadratic. Okay. Quadratic. Okay. So start analyzing now. I'm just going to go straight to Quadratic. So your AI spreadsheet. So you see the AI spreadsheet, chart with your data and get insights in seconds. Okay. So everything is going back to asking the right questions. And remember what I said: descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics. What happened and why did those things happen? So when you're building a dashboard and the only insight that you have there is we have 50,000 new customers, that's an information. That's not an insight. You're just telling me that we have 50 new customers. I mean, what's the insight in there? That's exactly what we're looking for. So this is where you can start to ask questions easily, just you thinking. So the ability to think, the ability to ask the right question, that's where data analytics is going to get to. So the more you use it now, asking the right questions, the more efficient you're likely going to be in the future. Okay? So the other one is Bricks. We're going to be using Bricks in today's session. We're going to be doing Bricks. We're going to be using Bricks in today's session. Okay? Bricks. This is, I would say, this is a tool that you need to use, honestly speaking. This is a tool that you need to use, to be honest with you. I use Bricks, and I'll tell you this, it does the work very, very efficiently. Okay? So, and the last but not the least, okay, is Zebra AI. Okay? So Zebra AI is just like the other tools that you have there, okay? Pretty easy to use, pretty easy for your analysis, very drag and drop, English language, just copy, just ask it in English language, just in simple English terms or simple text form, and it's going to give you your analysis in seconds. Okay, so upload your sales data and get an interactive dashboard plus AI insight in under 1 minute. But in as much as all these tools they all look fancy and they look good, we can explore every single one of them in today's session. So I'm going to stick with Bricks. Okay, I'm going to use Bricks, but in the same vein, I'm also going to use Claude. So for today's session, I'm going to be using Claude and I'm going to be using Bricks for a practical live demo on how to use it. Okay. So one thing you need to understand in today's job market is employers, job. If you're looking to get in a job today, two things that you need. There are two things that you need. Can you guys tell me the two things that you need? Let me see. Let me see the people. You need two things to get started in today's, if you're looking to get in a job or a better job or getting a data analyst job. There are two things that you need. Okay, can anybody put it in the chat? Anybody put it in the chat? Can anybody put it in the chat? Let's see. Let's go. Let me see. Personal branding, partially. Value, partially. Yes. CV and portfolio, partially. Very good. Also, everything is partially, to be honest with you. Personal branding, partially. Value, partially. Be a problem solver, also partially. You can't really show them, okay? So that's the problem. So all these things you really can't show them, okay? So you need things that you can actually show them. So there are two things. Number one is skills. Number one is your skills. Okay, so skills is very important at the end of the day. So what skills do you have? You know how to use Excel, you know how to use Power BI, you know how to use Tableau, you know how to use Bricks, you know how to use Claude, you know how to use you have the skills. The next thing is experience. Okay, the next thing is experience. So skills and experience is what most people are looking for. So a ton of professionals out there, I'm pretty sure some of you are currently taking Google Data Analyst, okay, or you're taking some certification programs to make you look desirable. Okay, so when you apply for a job, you're trying to tell people that, oh, you currently have a master's or you have a degree or you have a certification. People really don't care about that, especially when you're looking at getting a job in the US, UK, or international job market. They really don't care about your certifications. They care about the skills that you have and where have you used it. Tell me how you've used it to solve problems. Somebody talked about problem solving. How have you used the skills to solve real life problems? That's exactly what it comes in. So if today you are still taking courses, okay, it's fantastic, that's good, okay? But focus on skills development and how to build up your experience. So you see that portfolio someone talked about falls into your experience. What kind of projects have you worked on? You know, how can you sell these experiences to people? That's exactly where it comes in. So some of our success stories, just based on this fact itself, some other people have gone through our programs, you know, and like I said, it's a global organization. We have literally people across the world that we're helping get started within the tech space. So what we're looking at Mawatin studied the chemistry in university, okay? He had experience as an operations manager, joined the data analytics training program, and based on the program that he went through, he was able to get a job as a pathology data analyst in the UK. The same thing with Pavel. Pavel also was working as a teacher in Cameroon, okay? He was working as a teacher in Cameroon and moved to the US. What did he do again? Joined the data analytics data analytics program. Based on the way we do our programs, you know, based on the projects, based on the things that you get to work on, and that improves your skills and also gives you experience, he was able to land a job as an healthcare data analyst, okay? So you see, these are the kind of things, kind of opportunity that would expose you to coming into analytics. We've done this for the last 5 years. So when you're looking at experience, we have the experience, we have the skill set to help you get started in that your desired career path, which is data analytics, okay? So now, like I said, going straight into the technical side of things. For today's session, I'm going to be using two tools, okay? We are going to be using Claude, and we're going to use Bricks also, okay? We're going to be using Claude, and we're also going to be using Bricks. So without wasting too much time, we're going to be working on this, this case study. Okay, a very quick, easy to use case study. So the link to the data set is there. You see, click here to download the data set. And that's the reason why I would say again, please fill the attendance form. If you fill the attendance form, you get the access to the recording, you get access to the material. You can click and download the material yourself, and you can replicate whatever we are doing in today's session. Remember what I said. I'm teaching you things that you can start to implement today, not tomorrow, not next week. Things you can actually start to implement today. All right. So we're going to be working with this case study, Lilyside Restaurant. Okay, Lilyside Restaurant. So basically a short story about this organization. What began as a single eatery has blossomed into a global culinary phenomenon with a network of over 150 branches worldwide. So Lilyside Delights was founded to share the beauty of African cuisines with the world. Our journey started over 2 decades ago with a small restaurant, and today our presence spans 3 continents, connecting people through their love for food and culture. So now, they have the data set for this particular organization. Okay, this is also, like I said, this is how you build your experience based on the projects that you get to work with. Okay, so if a recruiter or an employer gets to talk to you, tell me a time you've done XYZ, you can actually start to use these case studies based, simulating real life events to buttress the things that you've done. Remember, skill and experience. So the experience is using these tools to solve real life projects, like what we're going to do today. And in the same vein, okay, you're going to be using tools like Claude and Brit for your analysis. So skills and experience all together at the same time. That's what we call experiential learning. Okay, so click here to download the data set. So once I click here, it takes me to a page. And automatically you see the data set has been downloaded. Lilyside Restaurant data set. It has been downloaded. So now that's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, so I've downloaded the data set. If you want to get access to the data set, please ensure you fill the attendance form. We'll send everything to you, materials and recording. Now, let's start with Claude. Okay, so we're going to build a dashboard using Claude in today's session, using the data sets. So I'm going to open the data set so we can take a look at it together. Okay, I'm going to open the data set so we can take a look at it together. Okay, so that's the data set. I've clicked on it. So in the next few seconds, it should open. So 3 simple steps to creating our dashboard using Claude. We're going to be building our dashboard using Claude. But before we go into building our dashboard, let's take a brief look at the case study, at the data set. So this is the data set. So you have a customer ID. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see my screen perfectly. Okay, so you can see the data set here. We have the customer ID. We have the gender, which is the sex of the customer. Okay, we have if the customer is a smoker or not a smoker. We have the day, okay, of the week in which the customer purchased, came into the restaurant. We have the time, which is, are they coming for lunch? Are they coming for dinner? Are they coming for breakfast? Whatsoever. Okay, eating size. Eating size, basically how many people came to eat. So for this particular customer, you see 2. So basically 2 people came. Okay, so the customer and 1 other person. Over here we have 3 people. So customer and 2 other people. Over here we have 4 people, which is the customer and 3 other people. How much did they spend? Okay, what was the total bill for these people? So these people came, 2 people, ate and paid $16.99. Okay, and at the end, the last feature that we have here is tip. For the guys in Nigeria, obviously majority of us are in Nigeria. So anyways, we have tip in Nigeria, but we don't know we call it tip. Okay, so basically it's when they say, Baba, we don't need your food. Buy anything for the boys. Anything for the boys, good evening, sir. Hey, alaye, Baba, that's where you have to, okay, take this, okay, keep the change, keep the change, 900 naira, keep the change. That's you tipping, but you don't know you're tipping. But outside the country, it's a bit more structured. It's a bit more structured also, in the sense that you would signify that you're tipping. Do you understand? So you either tap your card or you tell the waiter to, you press a certain percentage to tip. Okay, so outside the country, it's a bit different. Nobody would say alaye to you or anything for the boys or girls. Okay, it's just there. Okay, based on quality of service, based on certain things that you experience in that place, you can either leave a tip or you don't tip, essentially. So basically, this is the data set from this restaurant. Okay, customer ID, sex, smoker, day, time, eating size, total bill, and tip. So you are now the data analyst for this organization, all right? And your job is to analyze the data for a management report. That's the job. Create a management report. Okay, that's what we want to do. Okay, so what we want to do now quickly is, you see, in order for us to do this in Claude, in order for us to use Claude, first of all, before I even go to Claude, let me open Claude on my browser so it's easy for us to work with. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to Claude. Claude is one of my favorite at the moment, you know, in terms of AI tools that you get to work with. Claude is one of my personal favorite in terms of reporting, in terms of analysis, in terms of, you know, the way you use ChatGPT. Claude is also a very, very cool tool for your day-to-day operations, day-to-day questions, and majorly for programming also. So if you're a programmer, you're looking at doing anything. So I'm just going to be using Claude. Okay, why that is popping up. Okay, let's go ahead with some other things. Okay, so now the first thing that we need to do is step one: convert file into CSV format. Okay, convert file into CSV UTF-8 command delimited file. Convert it into CSV. Basically, that's what it means. Okay, so I'm going to go to file. Okay, you'll see save as. So that's the data set, the actual data set that you downloaded. Okay, click on file, click on save as. Okay, you'll see the drop down over here. You see this drop down. Okay, I would look for CSV. So you see CSV. This is what I have here. I can't zoom in. So sorry, what is happening here? Why is somebody trying to share the screen? Okay. All right, can you guys still hear me well, loud and clear? All right. So sorry, I just need to disable some features in here. Turn on the video. And I think we have some people know. All right, awesome. So someone was trying to share the screen, so I need to disable mobile. Send reactions. Okay, that's good. Okay, all right. Oh, awesome. All right, so you see Lily side, this is the data set. So I'm going to click save as. When you come to save as, you see this drop down. Okay, I can't zoom into this. I would have zoomed in. So you see CSV UTF-8. That's what you're looking for. Click on that. Okay, so I would rename this easily. Okay, so maybe I'll just put, let's just put data CSV. It doesn't matter. I'm just putting CSV there just so that I know the file when I am searching for it. Okay, so I just change the name so that it's easy for me to identify when I want to start to use it. So I'm going to click on save. So you see step one, done and dusted. Step one, done and dusted. I can close this file. I don't need it anymore. I can close it. So the next thing for me to do is to use Claude. Okay, so let me just let me use another Claude. I have about 2 of them, so it's easy for me to work with. Okay. All right. So just open Claude. If you don't have Claude, I mean, you can quickly create one. It's very easy to work with, honestly speaking. Very easy to create an account. You are going to be good to go. Okay. 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 So just give me a second. Okay. I'm trying to bring up another one so it's easy for me to. All right. Okay, so the first thing, so just all you have to do now is get access to Claude and you would be good to go. Okay, so once you have Claude all installed on your system, that's literally what you need to do need to have to get started with this particular aspect. So in the next, I'll be done with everything in the next 15-20 minutes. So please let's go straight into it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to Claude. Give me a second. I'm going to use the free one, so I don't need any paid version. Okay, I'm not using the paid version, so I'm going to use my name, Ifemena, and get started. Close choice. Let's go. I don't. Okay, so yes, so this is Claude. This is Claude. Okay, so we're going to be using this tool. I'm on the free plan. You can see I'm using the free plan. I'm not using any paid plan or anything like that. Okay, so the free plan, I'm going to be using Claude to build an actual report, a management report in the next few minutes. So you see, this thing it doesn't take so much time, to be honest with you. Okay, but yeah, if it decides to take time, I have my own report I have built before the session, so I'll get to show you. And I'm pretty sure even before the end of the session, you'll get to see it yourself, okay, and you'll get to see how it works. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I've written the prompts that we're going to be using. Okay, so we have converted the file to CSV. The next thing is to use this prompt. So you see the prompt here. Here is some data on a restaurant in CSV format, okay? And I would attach it. Can you analyze it and suggest 4 financial KPIs, okay? And 7 visuals to create a comprehensive management report. Also, explain why you choose each metrics, okay? So the prompt are there, okay? You can easily copy and paste it for your use. All right, so in order for us to do this, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to copy it and paste it in the chat, okay, so that we can all have access to it. Or better still, fill the attendance form, you get the access to the materials, and you can go ahead with it. So now, let's click on this plus icon. Let's attach the document first off, okay, the data set, the actual data set. So click on this, the button, the plus icon. You would see upload a file. Click on upload a file, okay. I'm going to go straight to my downloads, okay, and I would see this is the file here. You see Lilyside Restaurant Data CSV. So this is the file that I just downloaded. I'm going to attach it to it, okay? I'm going to attach it to it. So now the next thing I'm going to do is the prompt. Like I said, the prompt that we're using, I will just take this. I'll just take the prompt and I will put it in. I'll put it in. Claude, I'll put in the prompt, okay, and I'll click on enter. Now, all it's going to do now is take the data itself I've attached and start to build the report itself. So it's writing the code for it. Now it looks very, it looks, a bit, it's writing the code for it. So this is why I said that it might take a bit more time. And remember what I said earlier, the whole essence of having, of using data or using AI is to make your work more efficient. Now, typically, I'm supposed to be doing this normally to do the manual work, to do the manual analysis, and so on and so forth. But now, I'm not doing this. I'm not the one doing all these things. I'm leveraging AI to do my analysis and make changes as it goes on. Okay. So while it is doing this, okay, let's use the second tool. Okay, while Claude is doing the analysis and all that. Or building the dashboard, creating the reports and all that, I would be using another tool, showcase another tool with you just in a few seconds. So I'm going to be using Bricks AI for the next one. And this is very easy to use also. All right. So I'm going to click on get started. I'll create a new account so that you can also do the same thing at your own time. So click on continue with Google. I'm going to sign in with my analytics account. Okay, so just sign in. You can create an account quickly in a few seconds. It really doesn't take too much time. Okay, so I want to build dashboard and reports. Okay, add your data. Okay, you can see the next thing is for me to add my data. I'm going to click on import as a file. So I've already imported my CSV file. So the same CSV file I created, I'm going to import it. Okay, I'm going to import it, and it's currently importing the data. So you see, just from importing the data, I clicked on dashboard. I wanted to create a report, a dashboard/report, and I imported my data set. So what is it doing now? Creating, the first thing is planning layout and blocks. So building a dashboard, it's building the dashboard for me, right? The next thing is creating the blocks, generating insights, generating summary, and finalizing dashboard. Now, this one takes a bit of a time. And when I'm saying it takes a bit of time, it's honestly inconsequential. Because if I want to build a dashboard by myself today, getting the insights, getting the KPIs is likely going to take me a couple of hours. But now this is going to take you like maximum 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to build an actual dashboard that you can use for reporting. Okay. So you see, it's going to take us about 15 minutes. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. Let's take a look at Claude while all of them are doing their work at the same time. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've run out of code for this. I'm like, okay. Try fixing with Claude. Okay. So it's generating the error with this. Okay. So it's still going ahead with fixing all the issues that it has deserved itself. So I don't know where the issues are coming in. So I'm using Claude to fix the issues. So basically, you see how easy it is for you to work with. All right. So while this is coming up, but so that we don't take too much time, just before the session, I built this. Okay. So I could just quickly show you. But you basically can see the dashboard already. You can see the dashboard. It's currently generating insights. So it's going to take a few minutes, but just so that we don't waste too much time looking at this, I'm going to show you the ones I have done just before the session, so you can take a look at it yourself. Okay. Okay. So okay. So you can see everything is generating the insight at the moment and it's finalizing dashboard. Okay, this one finished very quickly, so that's fine. So let's take a look at this real quick. Okay. Let me skip next, and you are all set up. Okay, awesome. So you see, all I did was to upload the data sets. All I did was to upload the data sets, and these guys designed the entire report for me. An entire report in like how many minutes? In like less than 5 minutes. So you see this Lilyside restaurant sales and tips dashboard. Okay, so now overview. This dashboard provides a comprehensive analysis of Lilyside restaurants, customer transaction, focusing on total sales, tips, and customer demographics. It aligns trends by day, time, insights. Dinner sales, $3,600, significantly exceeds lunch sales of $1,170. So basically, people come in for more for dinner than for lunch. Non-smokers contribute the majority of sales in both lunch and dinner. Smoker sales increase substantially from lunch and to dinner. Okay, average tip amount rises steadily with party size from $1.44 for one person to 5.22 cents for 6 people. The largest increase in average tip occurs between party size of 5 and 6, indicating greater generosity in larger groups. So now, if you're looking at this as a restaurant owner, okay, who would you be targeting? You'll be targeting parties, party size, 5, 6 people. Come and celebrate your birthday party. Come and celebrate your award night. Come and do this. Come and, you would have more party events in order for you to be able to accommodate more people, number one, and also get more tips. Also, also more people indicates more money. Okay, they will likely spend more money. All right, Friday shows a notable drop in total bill. Okay, so Friday, you would think that a lot of people are coming out on a Friday night. Okay, but it means that people don't come out on a Friday night. It shows a notable drop in total bill, breaking the upward trend and suggesting lower midweek customer traffic. So people really come during the week, midweek. They don't really come on Friday. Males have a higher average bill of, total bill of $20. Female tip at a slightly higher percentage. So females are likely going to tip than male counterparts. Okay, so total sales 4,800, total tip, and you see this developed an entire report in just about a few minutes. Okay, in about a few minutes. But now you see the key thing here is AI has done its job. Okay, the thing now is for you, you can still make adjustments. So there are things that you could also still do. Okay, and you can easily just change things by asking questions, still adding more questions to it to ensure that it gets exactly what you want to do. So this is not the end, obviously. You can always make adjustments to the numbers. If you don't like total sales, you want to try something else, you could always make those changes. Okay. So for Claude, I don't think I can waste so that we don't take too much time. I'm just going to share the report I built just before the session. Okay. So this is what you are doing in Claude. Okay, so for Claude, to do the same thing, using the same prompt I shared with you earlier, using the same prompt, put the first prompt, put the second prompt, it's going to design your report. Okay, so this is the code base. You see, you were writing the code base initially. Okay, so it's going to design the whole code base for this. Okay, entire code base for this. Okay, but that nobody understands the code base. Nobody understands this. We understand the front end aspect. Okay, so basically it's going to design the dashboard, the report also using Claude. Okay, and I've made it easy for you so that you can easily try this by yourself. So the first step is to import, convert the file into CSV format, use Claude to generate the KPIs, and lastly using Claude for dashboard development. So it's going to develop everything for you, from creating the KPIs to developing the dashboard. So I can go ahead to publish this, okay, copy a link, and I can share with you guys in the chat. So let's see. Let me drop this in the chat so that we can take a look at this, okay? You can click on that and you can easily share this with your management team or your team members or any other thing that you get to work with. Well, basically, these are things that you can leverage. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like today, we just take a very quick look at how to use Claude, now to also use Bricks for your reporting. So imagine the other tools that you can actually use at your disposal. Okay, imagine we just talked about just 2 tools. Okay, imagine the other tools that you could actually use for automating your entire reporting process. Okay, so using M8N to automate your entire reporting process. So using tools like Flowwise to create AI agents that would analyze your data, give you insight, and also send the reports to the people. So, I'm still doing this manually, but can you find a way where you can automate everything by yourself using AI, create AI data analysis? So rather than you doing the analysis work, oh, I need you to go change this. Oh, I want you to go add this particular feature to your dashboard. Once that request comes in, the AI agent takes that report, takes that request and adds it to the report and send it out to the people that request for it. You see, that's exactly where AI is going to get to. Automation and getting things done faster and a lot more easily. So using Bricks, the steps are there. So all you need to do, guys, fill the attendance, you'll get access to the recording, you would also get access to the material. All you need to do today is just get access to these things, and you can try these things by yourself, and you see how interesting it is. But remember, it's still beyond just using Bricks. Okay, Bricks is just one tool. There are so many other tools that you can get to work with. Automation is the future. Okay, so rather than you creating this insight by yourself, typing and doing those things, sitting down and doing this thing, can you create AI agents that can actually do this for you? That's exactly where we come in to help you to do that. Okay, so you see, at the end of the day, these are some of the people, like I said, we have helped a ton of people get started within the tech space. Victor is one of them, data scientist, Victoria Data Analytics, Lemoa Business Analysis, and we also see we have Guy, Augustus, also data science. You see, core data analysts, core data professionals that have gone on to becoming successful in their career path. This is the portfolio from Victor, and you also going through our programs, you'll get access to building your own portfolio. So these are AI-powered chatbots. You can see this, leveraging conversational AI and NLP to automate customer support for seamless user experience. So you'll be working on very, very, very advanced projects that you can put in your portfolio and you can use in selling yourself better to recruiters. So if everybody knows how to use Excel, but you know how to automate things using AI and getting it done faster, trust me, you're going to get a job faster than that person that knows how to use Excel and Power BI. Can you use the AI features in Excel? Can you use the AI features in Power BI? Can you leverage other AI tools to get your work done faster and more efficiently? That's exactly what we're going to do for you. So basically, you get to build your own portfolio of projects that will put you ahead of anybody within the tech space or looking at getting started in data analytics. So we have a program that is starting on the 13th of September. 2025. We have a program starting on the, what do you call it, on the 13th of September, 2025. That's next month, just about a week, 2 weeks from now. Okay, so it's generative AI for data analyst professionals, and it's a flash sales. It's only for a limited number of people. Okay, so it's a flash sales. Okay, 75% discount. We also have become an AI automation engineer. So all the people that are looking at becoming AI engineers, AI professionals, what analytics business is trying to do today is, you don't have a lot of people breaking into AI. So what we want to do to you is to help you break into AI in certain career path. So data analysts, for example, you want to become a data analyst, leverage AI to become more efficient, and also even get into the workspace. That's exactly what we want to help you to achieve. So the discount is only available for the first 20 people. Okay, so for generative AI, okay, generative AI in for data analyst, okay, the full amount is 200,000 naira. Okay, but we are running, it's currently our 5-year anniversary, so we are doing a flash sales for people that are looking at getting started. Okay, flash sales. This is something that you will not see again, honestly speaking. So we're celebrating our 5 years, and in order for us to commemorate and also celebrate this 5 year, we are doing a flash discount. And trust me, like I said, this is not something that you're likely going to get again. So generative AI for data analysts, the first 20 people to register will get it for 50,000 naira. If you are the 21st person, you're likely going to pay 200,000 naira. Okay, you are most likely going to pay 200,000. But the flash sales is only for the first 20 people. Now, the other people that are looking at starting, AI automation engineer, you're looking at becoming an AI automation engineer, build LLM apps and AI agents. Even the guys in data analytics are going to build AI agents, AI data analyst agents that you could actually use for data analysis. Well, this is a bit more encompassing, where you can actually set up your own AI agency, and you can build AI apps for majority of the business in Nigeria. Last I remember, not a lot of people, are leveraging AI today, especially even in Canada, for example. That's what I do. Okay, so I'm going to be working with you to see how you can set up your own agency, build a business around AI and all that, and also even get jobs, freelance jobs that you can work with businesses literally across the world, like I do personally. So the discount is available for the first 20 people looking to leveraging the discount. So remember, if you're the 21st person, you would have to pay the full price. Okay, so this is a 5-year celebration discount that we're doing. Instead of paying the full amount of 200,000 naira, you could actually pay 50,000 naira to get access to the program. So the program is going to be for 4 weeks. It's a 4 weeks program. Classes run Saturdays and Sunday. So I'm just going to write it here so that you can see it also. But so if you feel that register, you'll get access to these materials so you get to see it properly. So the training program is for 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks. Okay. So for 4 weeks, classes, you have live classes on the weekends. So even if you're working full time, that's fantastic. It doesn't affect you in any way. So you have live classes on Saturday, okay, and you have live classes on Sunday. So 3 hours on Saturday, another 3 hours on Sunday. So that's 6 hours, for the next 4 weeks. That's a combined hours on over 24 hours, I would say, because most your classes are likely going to. You still have live, drop-in sessions and all that. So you have estimated about 24 hours of live learning. Okay, building things in class, getting the experience that you need, getting tips and tricks on how to get a job, start your own business, get a job or start your own business, whatever works for you, whatever one that you like, you could actually do that. So all that are embedded in the curriculum, are embedded in the things that you'll be working on. So you're looking to landing a job, a remote job, to getting started, how to assess this, how to get access to this, would work with you on that. Would also work with you if you're looking at starting your own business where you can actually build these things for businesses. We would also do the same thing. So anyone that works for you at the end of the day, fantastic, that works 100%. So like I said, this is a flash discount for the first 20 people. If you're looking at getting started, I would say get started now. All you need to do, honestly speaking, all you need to do today, the account details are on the, it's on the screen. You can take a screenshot now and make the transfer. So it's the account name is Tenalytics Data and Strategy Limited. The account number is there, and it's a Sterling Bank account. So all you need to do is send, make payments to this account, and you are good to go. All right, you're good to go. Okay, so this kind of amount is 50,000 naira for generative AI for data analyst professional, and even looking at becoming AI automation engineer, it's 200. It's 100,000 naira. So remember, first 20 people. So if you want to get access to the curriculum and everything, okay, all you need to do is just click on this link. Okay, click on the link here. Okay, so let me just click on the link. It's going to show my colleagues are dropping it in the chat also, so please feel free to click on me. So once you've made your payment, okay, once you've made your payment, all you need to do is click on that link and it will take you to this page itself. Okay, it will take you to this page. So first name, last name, job title, email, phone number, company, and all that. Okay, which of this program would you like to join? Okay, sorry, this is the attendance. Sorry, this is the attendance. Okay. Just give me a second. Just going to get the full link in a few seconds. All right, so once you fill the form, all right, a link will be shared with you, and all you need to do is fill the form, and you are 100% registered. But I would say today, you can just take the account number and make your payment as soon as possible. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand, and I'll be taking questions, okay, the next 5-10 minutes. I wanted to do this in 1 hour, 30 minutes, and hopefully I'm able to do that. But if you have any questions, feel free to raise up your hand, and I'll be taking questions. Just to talk more about us, okay, Tenalytics, home and broad, okay. Like I said, we've been doing this for the last 5 years. We have noticeable, impact literally across the world. This is getting into that beta catalyzer in Canada, and we're one business amongst 5 businesses that got into this particular program to see how we can help Africans, people that are looking at getting started in the tech space, actually do make this transition. So in terms of partnerships, in terms of communication, in terms of all the things that we need to help Africans get started in the tech space, that's literally what we do. Training programs are certified. Okay, all the training programs are certified, and once you get access, once you pay, your certificate is going to carry the badge, this particular American Council of Training and Development. So all our courses are certified by the American Council of Training and Development. So you're getting something that you can showcase employers that, okay, yeah, I'm certified in learning this particular skill set. Okay, so more success stories. We have people that are trying, getting started in the tech space literally across the world. I want you to listen to Tony real quick before we call it a day. Questions. I'm just going to share the audio so that we can get to listen to it yourself. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Tony, and I recently got a job as a benefits analyst in the UK. I've come from a medical background as a pharmacist who is interested in, breaking into tech. My first encounter with Tenalytics was on LinkedIn. I joined one of their masterclass, just one masterclass where Ifemina spoke, and it just took that masterclass to convince me. I joined in August, and a month after, I got a job. To be honest with you, every information skill that I was able to apply to get that job, I owe it to Tenalytics. Tenalytics did a great job and is still doing a great job. They groom you and nurture you from the cradle till you become confident. So my advice for you, most importantly, is join. Be integrated into a platform that empowers you and allows you to easily get that first job.
So like I said earlier, the key thing here is getting started, getting your foot into the door. So regardless of anywhere, whatever your background is, or getting started, it would help you get started. So you see, there are quite a number of these, people that we have impacted quite a number of them, and I can keep going on and on, showing you different professionals that have gone through the program and they've gotten started in their desired career path. So the key thing for us now is to see how we can help people get into AI. All right. So if you're looking at getting started, I would say this, it's discounted, heavily discounted, to be honest with you. Today's price is definitely not tomorrow's price. So if you're looking at getting started, this is exactly what you need to do to get started. So secure a discount now is just a one form of, it's a one payment registration, 50,000 naira to get started, and you have access to it for 4 weeks. You still get access to live courses, recorded sessions, materials, one-on-one sessions that will help you get started. So, I mean, that's what I would say. So I'll take questions now, and then we can call it a day. Okay. I have just Coyote. Coyote's hand is raised. So Coyote, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself now. Try to unmute yourself. Ask the question.
Hi. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for your brilliant presentation. My question is about what I intend to do, because currently I am a student.
Okay.
And I am, my background is in nutrition. And I am of the opinion, my research project is about creating an AI-driven model to optimize school meals for school children. So that's the angle at which I am looking at. And I came about your agency. So I think it was on Instagram or something. I can't really recall where I got in contact. And what you explained today really resonates with what I intend to do. And also try to bring artificial intelligence into school, into school meals for children, and then bring artificial intelligence into nutrition, basically. So yes, I am definitely going to join, and I just really hope that it will give me it will set my footing into tech, and then transcend into something practical that we can use in Nigeria. Because think about it, many of our school children are not so getting the kind of nutrition they are supposed to get. And I think that leveraging artificial intelligence with a lot of background data, we can, it is highly possible, and it would give our children much more nutrition they need at the basic school level. Thank you.
Absolutely spot on. Yeah, I think that's a very, very good project that you're working on. Okay, absolutely. In terms of impact, I think it's going to be very impactful. Okay, now even if I would recommend, you should not go for the AI data analyst, okay, because that's what they'll be doing, analyzing data, insight generation, and all that. Based on what you're looking at, I would say you should go for the AI automation engineer, okay, which is a lot more broad. So this will teach you how to build apps, okay, build AI solutions, okay, to, and not just AI solutions, AI automations, AI agents, okay, to build whatever you are currently looking at working on.
Okay, that's brilliant. That's good.
That would be my recommendation. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, and looking forward to having you on board.
Definitely. I look forward to working with you too on a couple of more ideas that I've got. Thank you so much.
Awesome. That's really good. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Yes, buddy.
Yes, cheers, Cardi. I'll be looking out for your name, yeah, so we can say we can get started. Cheers. All right. I don't have any other question. And nobody has any question. What about people in other fields? Bridget asking the question. What about people in other fields? What other fields? Okay, so we're starting with this. Okay, we have not extended to any other career path. Currently, we're just focusing on data analysts or data professionals and people that want to get started in AI. So you want to become an AI automation engineer. You want to become an AI engineer. You want to, build a business around AI. that's exactly what we are looking at this moment in time. So quite a number of people, yes, it's good to get a job, and we'll work with you to see opportunities that exist within the AI automation space. In terms of people that are looking at building the business around AI, that's exactly where we come in. Okay. If I would say that AI would become a mainstay for most professionals. I mean, outside the country, I know quite a number of people. I belong to quite a number of communities, tech professionals, accelerator programs, tech accelerator programs, and all that. And you see quite a number of young professionals outside the country that have built their own AI agency. So businesses that, take for example, one of the guys I just met recently, real estate. Okay. So what the guy does for you, if you're a real estate agent, what he does for you is you get if you have a website that has all your listings, all the projects that you have, all the properties that you have, you will have quite a number of people reaching out to you, either on Instagram, on Twitter, you're advertising in several places. So it's difficult for you to respond to all these people. Normally, you would need to hire people to be responsible for reply messages and all that. But we all know that it will still take time for people to learn, understand how to respond. So what this guy did was to build AI agents for real estate agents or real estate professionals, real estate agents to AI employees that would respond to people's messages and upsell and even sell to them, sell to the agent. So I'm reaching out because of this property. It will sell that property on behalf of you. Okay, so you see, those are the kind of places where you don't have a lot of implementation in Africa at large, not just in Nigeria. Okay, so how can you start? How can we build a business around AI? That's exactly what we're looking at. For AI generated with data analyst, it's you getting a job as a data analyst, or even you building a business around the analytics that you know to do better. That's exactly what we're going to be doing for you. All right, so I'll take 3 more questions, and I think that's where we call it today. Ugochukwu Agu, you can go next. CJ, let's go. Ugochukwu Agu, you're gonna mute yourself and ask your question. Okay. Charles Okoro, are you there? Can you hear me? Charles Okoro. Okay. Sunday Oyelaki. Hello, Sunday. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Yes, sir. Sister, I want to make inquiries regarding the starting of this generative AI data analytics for professionals. I want to know if a beginner can actually enroll for this course, because currently I'm just a beginner and I'm currently undergoing a course on data analytics with the use of Excel, Power BI, and SQL. So I want to know if I can also take this course in addition to the one I'm currently doing.
100%. Okay. So, like I said, what I did today, you don't need an expert to show you how to do it. Okay. That's exactly part of the learning. So, leveraging AI, as long as you can think and you can speak and you understand how to write, you're good to go. All right. So we're going to be quite. So majority of the automations, majority of the things that we're going to be building is going to be leveraging AI. Okay. So as long as you can type, you have a laptop, and you can work and you're willing to learn, you're good to go. 100%. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, Sunday. Looking forward to having you on board. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Charles Okoro, are you there? Can you hear me? CJ, Dexter. Okay. It seems like they're not unmuting themselves, so we'll give them out to unmute themselves. Essentially, that's all I have for today's session. So looking forward to having you guys on board. Like I said, this camp is only available for the first 20 people. It's only available for the first 20 people. If you're looking at getting started, get started now. Secure your space. Then fill the registration form when you're good to go. Okay. If you have any questions, you can reach out. You can send us an email, treasure@10analytics.org, or you can send an email to business@10analytics.org. So you can send an email to us, and we'll be happy to to respond to you in no time. All right. Yeah. Yes. Also, Treasure, please. If there's a phone number too, let's drop a phone number so that people can also, if they want to call or they want to reach out to us, that would be good also. Okay, awesome. So Treasure has dropped email and phone number that you could reach out to, and somebody will definitely speak to you. So remember, please fill the attendance form to get access to the recording of the session and also the material so you can try these things yourself. Okay. Do I have any other question? Dan Katz, Tank Shed. Do you have a question? Let me take you. Dan Katz.
All right.
Dan,
Yeah.
yes.
Hello,
Awesome.
everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, Dan Katz.
Thank you. Happy to see you once again. Please, I just want to ask, did you say first 20 or first daily 20?
First 20 people, not daily. So if after the session we get 20 people registered, that's it. So every other person goes to 200,000. Okay. So we're doing a flash sale. It's a flash sale. That's the reason why we did a flash sale for the program. So the flash sale you see here, flash sales. We're celebrating our 5 years. So we're doing this flash sales to help people learn and also get started with AI. So as a data analyst, AI automation engineer, that's exactly what we're covering. Does that make sense? That cut. So it's flash sales, only the first 20 people to register, not daily. Okay, first 20 people. All right. Dankat, are we good? Are we on the same page? Awesome.
We are good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, looking forward to having you on board, Dankat. Thank you. Afolayo and Joshua.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks so much
Yes.
thanks so much for the breakdown and the presentation. Like it was actually really helpful. You need to see the way I'm just doing. Yeah. Okay, but then let me just like move forward. So like my question basically, and the reason as to why I joined the call was because of the job aspect. So it seems to answer the question, but like probably I did not get it very well. On the aspect of like the certainty of actually getting a job, after registration, because you said 4 weeks, and 4 weeks is like 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the third year? So like I just wanted to be sure of the certainty of getting job after the training and like the process and everything. Sure.
All right. So can you, Joshua, let me ask you a question. Is there anything that you're certain about in life? Is there anything you're certain about? The reason why I won't say it's certain, okay, it can never be certain, and that's because it's beyond our power, it's beyond my power, it's beyond Tenalytics business power to give you a guarantee that you get a job after the training program. And I would explain this by saying this. I've worked with a ton of professionals literally across the world, and the way one person takes it is not the same way the other person will take it. Okay? So you have two people in the same class. One person is studying, working, learning, doing assignment, doing projects, submitted, going ahead to even do more than what they do in class, while the other person is not even doing up to 50% of that. But they're in the same class, we're delivering the same values, the same session, is the same thing. We have two people that are consuming it in different manner. And the other person that is doing all the things they can to get started will eventually get a job, while the other person that is a bit lax. I don't have light in my house. There's no internet. I'm going to be getting the session, but there's no internet. I don't have internet. I don't have lights. I don't have this. That's the reason why I've not done my project. I mean, I can't guarantee that person will get a job. Do you understand? So it depends on you as the individual. Now, take for example, we're looking at people that would learn the skills and start their own agency, start their own business. Okay, so at the end of the day, if we work with you, tell you how to get new clients, tell you how to get started, tell you all the things that you need to do, you need to go ahead to do it. I'm doing it for myself. Okay, so if you decide that this is what I want to do, all right, and this program gets me to where I want to do it, then we can assist you in getting started in the career path of your choice. Okay, so I don't know if that adds up for you. And I would like to just wrap up everything by saying this. When I was looking at getting started in tech space, in the tech space, there were limited number of people that I knew that had jobs in the tech space. Limited. So now, when I was learning those skills at the time, was I asking the question, would I be able to get a job? Was there somebody that I went to meet to ask the question, hey, if I learn data today, will I be able to get a job as a data analyst? So most people are looking for guarantee as a safe haven. So if you're looking for guarantee now, will I be able to get a job if I do the training program? You are looking for a guarantee in order for you to get stuff. In life, there is no guarantee anywhere. Okay? There's no guarantee anywhere. Okay? So what I would say today is what you put in is what you get out at the end of the day. So if you put in your effort, you put in on, you learn, you build all the things that we ask you to build, you turn in your assignments, we say you should do ABC, you do ABCD, okay? There's no way that you won't be able to get out and do and succeed. Okay, so that's what I would say for you, Sunday. I hope that answers your question, anyways. I hope that answers your question. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, for Joshua. Let me see. Sunday, Oyelaki, still not unmuted. Musa Yerima. Musa Yerima. How are you doing today? Richard, how are you? How are you doing today? Yana, Richard, Nelson Bot, how are you? How are you doing today? Awesome. Okay, nobody's muting himself or muting himself rather. All right, thank you very much. So remember, the discount is just for the first 20 people. Okay, to get registered. You want to be a part of it. Usually, when we do sessions like this and we do flash sales, by the end of the weekend, it's done and completed. So you want to be part of the first 20 people. And once you make your payment, you can take a screenshot and send an email to us and we'll get you registered as soon as possible. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you learned a thing or two from today's session. Get access to the recording and you can try this thing out yourself. The key thing here is getting started. How do we get started? How do we get TLP to get started? And that's exactly what we're going to do for you. So thank you very much, everyone. Do have a wonderful evening. And I mean, if you had a wonderful time, give me a thumbs up. Let me see. If you had a wonderful time, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. If you had a wonderful time and you learned something new, give me a thumbs up and let's get started. Thank you very much, guys. I did have a wonderful time also. Okay, even though I didn't get to interact so much with everyone on the call, but I did have a wonderful time. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day. Bye for now. Take care. Bye, everyone.